Well, bakers, as part of my 5-ingredient series, I'm going to show you today how to make 5-ingredient homemade Reese's peanut butter cups. These are made with all natural ingredients. They are really easy to make and everyone is going to love them. I came up with this idea because one morning my son woke up at 6:30 in the morning screaming at me that he wanted peanut butter cups. What else do you do? Give him what he wants, yes, but make it homemade and all natural. And that's what we did. And we made it a big activity and he was absolutely delighted. So that's where this came from. It was a recipe out of necessity and now it's a family favorite in our house. So let's get started. I start out with some milk chocolate for this recipe just because the store-bought ones are often milk chocolate and it's what most people are familiar with when they eat these. So I do milk chocolate, but you can do bittersweet if you want. All you want to do is just melt this in the microwave or over a pot of water. So I find it easiest to melt chocolate in the microwave. You just have to do it bit by bit. This is nice and smooth and no more lumps. So it is ready to be used. Now, if you have a mini cupcake pan like I do, you are in luck because you can make these really easily. It's kind of one of those pieces of equipment that you think like, why do I ever need this? And then you give it to Goodwill and then you realize you need it, and then you buy another one. Anyway, I have this one and it works really well. So you want to get yourself some little paper liners. This recipe will make around 20 to 24 of these little guys. Now we're going to take our chocolate and we're going to put like a teaspoon in the bottom of our wrapper and then just bring it up the sides. Now this might seem like a messy job, but George did it. It wasn't too messy and it took him like 40 minutes. He sat there for 40 minutes and said nothing, which was delightful. So great activity for kids. So I love making kind of what you call copycat versions or homemade versions of some of our favorite store-bought treats. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is one of them. But then I also have on biggerbolderbaking.com homemade Ritz crackers. I've got homemade goldfish, homemade animal crackers, which are so sweet, homemade fruit leather. I mean, so many great treats that we know and love from the grocery store, but I show you how to make them at home using all natural ingredients. A little trick I found is if you swirl your spoon inside of the cup like this, it brings the chocolate up the side really easily. That's great. Okie dokie, and that's it. Lovely. Now here's what we want to do. We're going to pop these into the fridge or into the freezer. I want to let them set until they're nice and firm. While they're doing that, we're going to make the filling. So for the filling, you're probably wondering like, what can I put in here to make it like a real Reese's peanut butter cups, but better and all natural. So here I have some all natural peanut butter. I really recommend using all natural or homemade or whatever it is. I wouldn't recommend some of the kind of standard store-bought ones that have a lot of oil in them. So all natural peanut butter. And you know what? If you don't do peanut butter in your house, but you love these cups, substitute it for almond butter. That will work really well too. Our next ingredient, and this is a fun one because it actually has high protein and I really like to add it to George's recipes, is almond flour. Almond flour is what really stiffens up this mix and gives you that, like, it makes it kind of like firm and not runny. So that's really nice. Now we have maple syrup. You can also do honey, but maple syrup is more kind of a neutral flavor. Honey can have, be a bit of a stronger flavor sometimes. A little bit of maple syrup in there. And then I have just a smidge of salt for the filling. I just want a little bit of salt there to bring out the flavor of all those ingredients and also complement the chocolate really well. Like I said, this recipe is for everyone, not just for George. Kevin and I also enjoy it. And you can just mix those ingredients together like so. Perfect. That is our filling. Ooh, yum. Imagine that was chocolate. Delicious. Okay, saying that, let's go check on our chocolate. Hopefully it is frozen and we can start to fill our cups. So our cups are set, and now we're going to take our mixture and fill them. So for the filling, you definitely want around 1.5 teaspoons to 2 teaspoons. You want to make sure that we have a good filling to chocolate ratio. We don't want it all to be chocolate. And just push it down there into your cup so it stays in the center. Okay, lovely. Once your filling is in there, I kind of found this handy. I dampen my fingers a little bit and just go in and flatten out your filling. It just makes life easier when your finger is a little bit damp and it's not sticking to it. And then at that point, you can also see if you need a little bit more filling. Okay, lovely. Also, when you do that trick with your fingers, you kind of flatten out the top, which means now when we go back in with our chocolate on top, you'll get a lovely kind of even layer. So now for the chocolate, At the end, we're going to drizzle it over the top and then kind of make it flush, just like the way a Reese's peanut butter cup is, flush to the top of the wrapper. Beautiful. Use your spoon to guide that around. If you want, you can do a little swirl in the middle if you want to get fancy. Get them as even as possible. These are so simple to make. If you're looking for a party favor, or if you're hosting some sort of celebration and kids are going to be there, they can make their own Reese's peanut butter cups. They can get fancy and put on sprinkles or, you know, whatever they want. Maybe some candies on top. It's a really fun recipe. And that's it. The last thing you want to do, come here to me. Bang. If there's ripples in your chocolate and you don't want them there, this is the perfect way to get rid of those. You can still see my lovely fancy swirl. So now what you want to do is pop these into the fridge, let them harden for, you know, an hour, 2 hours or whatever, and they are ready to enjoy. Once your peanut butter cups are set, they are ready to be enjoyed. I have to admit, I do think these cups look really adorable. George is going to absolutely love these. It really makes me happy when I can make something that he loves, homemade from scratch with really good quality ingredients. And best of all, he can make them himself too, which is even better. Kids learning how to bake is really important, but what's more important is kids eating well. This recipe combines both of those. Try them with your kids and I guarantee you they're going to love them. And remember, this treat was just 5 ingredients. When you take that first bite, you're going to realize how special this recipe is. Incredible. 5 ingredients and tastes even better than the real thing. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more baking videos just like this one, then get comfy. I've got hours of content for you to check out. I'll see you back here again next week, same time, same place with a brand new video.